just dive in. Kind of play it by ear, see what we get. Hello, old man. I've really enjoyed Clairvoyant after the changes to see the pulse on movement. Really good quality of life change. I don't really want to visit the Carver 3 times. You can technically finish this pretty fast, but spiked or dodge doesn't really make sense either, so we'll just fully augment 3 bindings. We'll go for 1 vault. Oh, this is... We got a blue here, but means we have to like go frostbite. And then we'll just kind of inherently do burn. I'd rather just take the bead of ice, I think. The Frostfire Ember is really good on Weaver. And you can make it work. You can make it work on anybody. Like I could take Cone of Frost, but I'll just take the bead of ice here. It's a little more consistent. I don't have to have Frostbite, it just generates Frostbite when I grab an orb. Yeah, we'll just take the Surging Spirit Bomb for the early game. Empowering Pulse is really good in co-op, giving people ability power when they're in your thing. Amplified Telekinesis is just the worst to me. Whenever I'm using Telekinesis, I'm just kind of moving the ball. I'm not trying to do damage with it most times. We just did a Gunk Field. It's a little easier on Clairvoyant because you can play it ranged, but we'll just do final chapters. Makes the first boss harder, but it's fun. The strengths of the Clairvoyant are really strong in co-op and a little bit in solo. So she takes some ascensions to get stronger, but her mechanic is she has an aura around her ball that does damage, and she can charge it up. So she gains psionic charge every time she uses a pulse. And when she gets 3, she can do a full charge explosion on Spirit Bomb, which you can see here, it usually does 100 damage, but it deals 200 damage and consumes all your psionic charges. You build up 3 pulses, and then you blow up your bomb, typically is how it goes. Her ascensions can change the gameplay a little bit. You can get extra psionic charge, or you can get extra auras on the ball. So I just took the damage on this because it helps clear out the early fights. On Inkbound rank, it's kind of tough early on. If you can get past the first boss and start to get your abilities ascended, which is like just increases the power a ton. So the first boss is typically a big hurdle in Inkbound rank. I would say about 80% of my losses are on the first boss. So you can see here her aura around the ball. So it's like Orianna in League, if you know that, but instead of having the ball on her head to start, it just kind of drops beside her. But this aura is where I can do all of my damage. So if I can move it just a little bit here, I'll hit every enemy. So your 3 has a bigger radius than your 2. Your bomb has a bigger radius than your pulse, but it's better to kind of charge up your pulse in a lot of cases. I think I'm gonna have to cast the charge. The magic shield here is really boning me right now. So I'm only killing 1 enemy if I do this. I think I have to do this and try to grab my globe. But I don't think I can reach it. So I guess I just do it like this. I have to use my Spirit Bomb early, but it's okay because it clears the whole board, right? So then I can grab my globe next turn and kind of deal with what comes out. If you're just starting the game, Magma Miner and Moss Cloak, the one I just played, are the 2 kind of most developed classes, like the most fleshed out. I feel like they're the strongest solo. Especially Magma Miner. So they're really two good classes to really start with and dive in, get some more unlocks. Unlocking your vestiges here just open up a lot more build options. So as you complete quests. Oh yeah, you're welcome. I try to give as much commentary as possible on the choices and all of that. I toned it down some in the fights, but I still talk about the choices I make in the fights, why I go after a unit and stuff like that, why I'm stacking on this one guy. It just helps, especially new players, get into the mechanics of the game. But yeah, Magma Miner or Moss Cloak are great to start with, and then just do some of your quests and get into the flow of the battles. A lot of people compare it to like a Hades or XCOM, but it's turn-based, but the battlefields are similar. So you start with 4 willpower on every class, but this is like your mana. And you can see above you, health and mana is the 2 numbers. So I'm gonna lose 12 health if I end my turn right here. And I'm gonna not use any mana. If I move, I'm using a mana. If I move, see how all these circles are? So you typically want to use your points doing abilities and not moving, but it gives you this circle. So I can move anywhere in this circle with my ability cast, and it won't let me move out. So basically, I'm only using 1 mana. Where a lot of people make mistakes is they'll move, and then they'll cast, and you see how there's a 2? Now I'm using 2 just to cast this 1 ability instead of 1. So that's like one of the big early mistakes people make. You want to kind of move, but you want to do it without having to use your mana. And then the power orbs are great because they'll recharge 1 willpower point, and they'll also take this off a cooldown. A lot of times here, I'll move my ball to the 5 I can hit. You see how they're all outlined? So I can hit all 5 here. I'll move my ball to hit all 5. And then I'll cast my Psychic Pulse. You see how I'm moving over towards my globe too? But it's not taking a movement ability. So I still have 2 willpower. I want to grab my globe so I can cast Psychic Pulse again. So now I can kill almost all of these with my Psychic Pulse. I'm moving to my globe again. And I can kill them all with my Spirit Bomb here. And I was right next to my globe again, in case I needed it to cast another ability. So it's really good to get the movement down, and always try to set up near your globes. The power orbs, you spawn 1 every turn, and then they last for that turn and 1 turn after. The animation on them kind of changes, so you can tell. Yeah, once you get the hang of the combat, it's got a really good flow to it. Like, I can fly through. I could probably complete a run. I think I did 1 speed run just to play around on Magma Miner, and I did it in like 22 minutes. But once you kind of know the flow of combat and what you can accomplish each turn, it gets a lot more simple. It's just, I wouldn't say simple, it's just you get a lot more used to it. Yep. Use the free movement range every time, exactly. It'll help you get in and out of the AoEs and the damage and stuff like that as well. So you want to always be trying to move a little bit and casting your abilities to get you where you're going. Alright, none of these are really great. I do like Magic Power. Both of my strong abilities are Magic, Spirit Bomb and Psychic Pulse. And Unstable Effigy is not a bad gray. Like, collecting an orb and getting a free smite, it's just free damage, right? So it's nice, and it's got magic damage, which is what I want. So we'll take that. Then augment wise, we'll probably just take more on Spirit Bomb. We're not going to focus on making a huge bomb. We're going to do more of a aura and telekinesis run. We're going to try at least. So yeah. We'll just throw those talents on Spirit Bomb, plus it just makes it really strong to cast early game, so. Since this costs 2 willpower, it's a lot harder to use early on. You kind of have to use it either to finish off as much as you can. Alright, well, it's given us what we wanted last night. So I want to go a heavy Aura and Pulse build with Jinx as kind of a finisher. Blink is the best general binding you can get. So you get 3 class bindings that every class has their own specific 3, and then you get to pick just like 2 from a pool. Blink is the best one. It gives you movement around the battlefield. It has really good augments. But there's a use for all of these at some point. I'm staying away from Blink, and I'm doing something specific here. I'm going to use Jinx as a magic finisher instead of my Spirit Bomb. So Jinx is typically not a good pick on Clairvoyant because you don't want a lot of 2 willpower cost abilities that do similar things. But I'm trying to do a specific build of that somebody wanted to see, where I focus on auras and telekinesis instead of the Spirit Bomb, because there are a lot of ways to buff up the Spirit Bomb to make it super strong. I will go Quillings this time instead of the Vault. I got a little bit stronger, and I want 250 so I can afford buying binding augments. I should get it. But yeah, you can always see I kind of start just by starting ability, just so I can kind of see where I can move and what I can hit. That's kind of how I start every battle. In Inkbound rank, this is the highest rank. There's going to be a lot of little buffs that they get. So these little guys are rampagers. If they get low, 33 and 60% health thresholds, they do a lot more damage. So the other debuff on them is my Hazard Aura, which is my ball just does 30 magic damage if they're in the radius. These guys all have low health though, so this should be an easy turn where I just kill them all. I will set up close to my orb again, but I shouldn't need to grab it until next turn. So there's a lot of auras and buffs you can put to where you'd want to stay in your aura, but I don't have any of them, so I can just kind of play outside of my ball radius. It's gonna be 2 explosions here. They are spread out a lot more this time, but again, they're all really low health, so I just want to hit as many as I can. Just these 4 right now. You can mouse over somebody, so you can see he's doing an AoE radius right now, but this guy has an arrow pointing to me, so he's direct attacking me. So it's best to kill these guys that are direct attacking me if I don't have any evasion. So I'm going to grab this globe and blow up these guys just so I won't get attacked by him, and then move it and kill these 2 so I won't get attacked by him. But the whole time I'm moving outside because there's an explosion radius right here too. So I'm still within my range. I just don't have the ability to cast anything. Unfortunately, I have to grab this globe and then cast like this. And he's gonna die to the damage aura, the hazard aura that he's in. So I'll take no damage. So everybody will be dead again. But yeah, the first 2 combats are pretty straightforward, especially when they have low health like that. It definitely gets a lot tougher when a lot more big enemies come and they have more buffs, debuffs, and everything like that. I haven't lost any health. I don't need the health. Spike damage isn't great. I don't really want to use rerolls on gray talents. You know, it's a high chance if I reroll I get more grays. So I pretty much save them until I get later. You only get 3 glyphs to start with, so if I start rerolling early, I can't reroll on purples and ascensions later. So I'll just take the crit chance. Crit chance is always good. The way crits work in this game is ability just gets fire over it based on your crit chance. So it has a chance to roll on every ability each turn. And then there's ways to guarantee crits with vestiges and augments that will guarantee a crit on a binding. Alright, so this is Shielding Aura. We will take it. It's not great for us, but I'm trying to build an aura-centric build. It's really good in co-op, but In solo play, that means I have to stand in my radius to get the benefit, and I won't always be standing in the radius of my globe. Sea Breach is heavy RNG. I don't suggest it if you're trying to win, but it's fun, so I do it a lot. Is just a free vestige, so I'll do that, and this is free stats, but they're gray stats. I'd rather get a free vestige than some more probably gray stats. So I was just talking about you can get a crit. This makes all of your bindings crit on the first turn. I typically like this. It just helps you kind of clear up everything, and you can save a crit for another turn if you want. I'm not really a big fan of just 10% more quillings, and the orb reduction is okay, but it's better late game than it is early game. I want early game power for now. Then I will do a hard fight for another vestige for a vault. I could get more glyph globes for rerolls, but again, I don't reroll much early anyway. And this fight will have a treasure pot in it that could give me another globe if I want to go after him and try to get it. Give me money and a globe. So here's where the fights are going to get a lot tougher already. It is a hard fight. The Burrower will take a lot less damage. I can kill these guys, but they're going to do 1 damage to me automatically with Blight Bomb. But you can see how they're all getting extra debuffs and things like that. I can kill these guys in 1 shot and then kind of move towards my globe and try to get the pot a little. Just what I'll do. We'll just do like this, and I think I want to save my Spirit Bomb. So just move, save my Spirit Bomb crit for next turn, and then save my orb for next turn. 2 more things are spawning. I want to see what, or 3 more. I want to see what they are. Plus I do more damage when he pops up. Okay, so I'm gonna have to move my globe again, but that's fine. I can hit all of them. Do I want to? Alright, so I'm gonna cast Psychic Pulse, grab this, cast it again, and then use my crit. It should kill the big guy. So I'm just grabbing it for the cooldown reduction. But yeah, I wanted the crit Spirit Bomb. So now it's gonna kill everything, except for this big guy down here. I am out of mana, so I would have to sit in this danger zone of death, but I have an orb here. I can grab it and just walk out with the movement I get. Alright, now I'm in the ink. I can move out and still move my ball. So we'll do that. Kill all of these. That's not gonna kill him. I can almost kill like that. So I'm just checking a couple things. My Jinx stacks up extra damage. So it's got 8 stacks here, and it's a crit. I was gonna see if it would kill him, but it won't kill him unless I kill this guy. And if I do that, I won't have any movement abilities left, but let's see. Yeah, I can kill him and get out of the AoE. So I'll take 0 damage when I do this. The AoE, it's like a light purple here. If I'm in it, it turns just a lighter color. So you can see taking damage, not taking damage, taking damage, you know. You can tell there's little highlights kind of for everything. So I'm taking 7 right now, but it's from him attacking. When I kill him, I'll be taking 0. There we go. Hopefully 2 little guys spawn and it'll be easy fight. I usually try to use it. I don't have to use it sometimes, like there, it doesn't matter because everything's dying. But yeah, I'm usually trying to move to a direction, either outside of damage or closer to a globe or something like that. Just trying to use the free movement, especially on harder fights. The positioning is pretty important where you end up. I only took 3 damage there, and that was actually a pretty tough fight. Again, I don't like to reroll early, so I'll just take the crit damage. I do have a binding that gives me free crits on everything, so the first turn. And none of these are great. Extra quillings on being hit. I don't really want to get hit. Defeating an enemy, 2 stacks of Shattered Will. I have to kill 5 enemies before I get 1 will, so it just doesn't feel great. I'll take the Pulsar Belt. At least it gives me a passive shield. So on the items, if there's a number on here or something, it's going to just give you a passive buff, right? These 2 don't give me any passive stats. At least this gives me something. And smiting the attacker is fine. I have another smite over here. So you can see it on your character stats screen. Now I just start every turn with 1 shield because of this item. And I start, you know, I have 10 crit damage from this item. I have 1 magic power from this item. I have 5 frostbite damage from this item. So I like the items that give you a buff and a passive stat. Most cases they're better. But I'm just gonna take the crit chance on Jinx. I want auras on my telekinesis. So, and I don't want the psionic charge. Oh, fishy. I'm gonna have to eat it because I'm full on pots. So I'll just drop the potion, eat the fish, and then pick the potion back up. I haven't had to use these yet. What did I want? I wanted a Jinx and something. What was the other binding I wanted to make this really work? I have the Jinx. So these are all the, like, general bindings, and then their ascensions as well. So I'm just kind of looking at these to figure out if I reroll what I'm looking for. I guess I wanted a heal, maybe? Just to have 1 damage and 1 utility. If I want the heal, do I want Shield Wall? Yeah, Shield Wall's fine. Just, the spikes aren't that great, but it's free damage sometimes, but I like the heal a little bit more because sometimes the Shield Wall, like I can cast the heal even if I'm not getting attacked. This is only good if I'm taking damage, but it's okay. It's really good on Obelisk. And then I definitely, if you have 250, going to the binding means you can buy an extra binding empowerment. So these are always good if you have at least 250 quillings. So you get 2 augments. You can buy a rare one and then you get the free one. So our rare one is Damage Aura. This is my favorite augment binding on Pulse. You just get free magic damage every time they're inside the aura and you cast any ability. And then here, I don't want the extended range. I could take the crit damage, but we'll just gain the extra shield anytime we don't use it. Means every time we're not using it, it's getting stronger. And then we got the boss battle. We're pretty strong here. I don't think we'll struggle with the first boss. We may lose, we're definitely going to lose some life, but if you stay above 35, you heal 15 at the beginning of the next book, so let's see. Alright, so just kind of look for the best radius. I can hit the boss in 2 here. I can hit 3 over here. It's probably the best. I might be able to hit 4 with my Spirit Bomb if I place it right. Like something like this, maybe. Might be able to hit all 4 of these is what I'm trying to do. And yeah, I can kill all 4 with the Spirit Bomb. He's doing an AoE that I can't get out of. It's like the whole screen. But if I move over here, I'll take 4 instead of 11. So I do want to move over here. I think I'm going to have to move. Just move my ball. Grab the orb. And then move out like this, so I only take 1. And taking 1's fine. This pot shields 10, so I'll save it. I don't need to use it yet. Alright, I should be able to get all 3 of these in here. I can get out of all the damage and still cast. So... good, we're set up next to our orb. He'll charge and be down here, but that's just 1 ball movement to get there. See, this orb has a different animation because it spawned last turn, so it'll disappear. So I'm definitely picking this up. I will cast first to get the cooldown reduction. I could probably cast my Jinx as well to phase him. If you look up at his health bar, once he gets here, you can't do any more damage and he goes into his second phase. So it also means he won't attack, so I don't have to dodge anything except for explosions. But I wanted to get the cooldown reduction on Jinx as well. And then I'll just move up here next to this orb. He's gonna spawn a bunch of guys because of the new phase. So, looks like the best I can do is these 3. So we'll start with them and then move up there after we kill them. I don't want to cast in the fire, I'll take damage if you're casting abilities in the ink or fire. So you can walk through them and not get hurt. But if you cast an ability while you're in them, you'll take damage. You can't cast movement abilities, like if you have a leap or a blink. If I was in here, I could cast a movement ability and take no damage, but if it's just a regular binding, you will take damage. Do that and probably just move out of the damage. He's gonna be right here, so I'll just wait for him. Alright, both the little guys are over here too. I can't really get to this orb if I'm going to use movement. He is doing a big AoE. It looks like down there is the safest, but I can't get to it. So I can just cast my shield here. I'm taking 2. That's okay. I don't have to use my potion still. Sometimes it depends on the class. Like, sometimes the first boss is a run killer. I would say on Inkbound rank, he's pretty tough. Just because there's so much crap on screen and the ink comes in faster on the highest rank. So you just run out of real estate really fast. It's a big DPS check. Because otherwise the screen gets filled up. He'll be off screen and he'll be hard to hit. He's definitely very hard for melee characters. Because if you're a melee character, where can you attack him from, right? A lot of times you just run out of space to attack him. But for Clairvoyant, it's not as bad. And I also just have a pretty strong build already. But yeah, there are definitely some tougher ones than Rhino. The ones that stack attack when you kill like the little minions, like Nim, he's probably one of the toughest first bosses. The Rhino's damage you can avoid. He does this one AoE you can't avoid, but his charges you can pretty easily avoid. I should be able to kill him this turn or next turn. Just kind of depending. I do want to try to make it over to this globe, but I may not need it Like after I cast this, I may be able to just kill him with a Jinx ability. Yeah. So my Jinx has 10 stacks of Dread, so it's doing 400 damage, and he has 356 health left. Yeah, you can easily tell. Puts a big skull and crossbones over him. He break dances when he dies. Yeah, I would say Rhino is probably one of the easier ones for range classes for sure. Okay, this is nice. I'm getting a Aura Surge, which is one of the Ascensions we wanted. Makes our pulse a lot stronger. Every aura we have adds damage to it. I may re-roll this to try to get a good aura. I don't want the Psionic Charge. It's not bad, but the Lethal Jinx is actually really good too. Maybe I take that. Yeah, I guess we can take this as early damage. I want to get more auras and things for synergy with my 1 and 2, but I should save my re-rolls to try to get the telekinesis upgrade I want. Alright, this will full heal me. You get 15 heal after every zone, so... I do get a fishy. It's a good fishy. Brain Tuna just gives me a 1 cost discount. You have to use potions in battle for 1 turn, but the fish you can eat outside of battle, and then it works only for the next battle. Oh wow. This is a epic. So the color around it, this is just a common. But yeah, I got an epic ability power. And ability power is the best damage stat there is, because it's just flat damage bonus on everything. It could be a physical binding, a magic binding, ability power busts everything by 10%. So that's just 30% damage increase. So yeah, it's a lot of damage. Alright, Wit Thief is horrible. If you pick up an orb, you lose 1 will next turn. Overstimulate is horrible because you take damage for every orb you grab, so I'll take Gunk Filled. Means I have to be careful where I kill stuff, but on Clairvoyant it's a little easier because range. I will go for the Vault for more vestiges. Should be able to get some higher level ones here soon. I have another barrier potion, so we're gonna throw this barrier potion where we're walking towards. Grab this one. You can't grab it in combat, but at least if I leave it there, I won't forget it. Or I'm less likely to forget it. I could still technically forget it. I'm gonna kill the 2 bats. Move the ball. Puts me far away from my globe, but kind of just the best I can do right now. Just see what spawns. He's doing AoE, but he has a lot of health. Should be able to hit all 3 of them. Like this. I'll probably use my pot this turn. And then just use my barrier pot, because I'm taking 8 health, but I have another barrier pot waiting for me. I was trying to make my way to that orb, but it's okay. It can go away. Uh-oh. I wonder if they took it down for a patch, or if I just DC'd. Let us check the Discord. I'm assuming they took it down for a patch because the play button is not working. And Tuesday is typically a patch day for a lot of games. They just kind of been doing it when. I don't see. The only announcement I see is for their stream on Wednesday. So... Oh, my Steam went down. My Steam's disconnected. So I wonder if something happened to Steam that messed it up. My connection's still good. I didn't drop any frames. I didn't lose anything like that, so... It's just the Steam that went kaput. Yeah, it looks like it's only me. So something just happened with my Steam and just went bloop. Other people are streaming Inkbound just fine, so... I mean, I know it's a live service game, so, but I didn't realize that it would kind of just crash or run too if your Steam went down. I know they're doing like an offline mode, so I think that'll help. Oh, okay, so maybe it just hit certain areas. I do see other people are still streaming Inkbound, so maybe it was just like a certain area. I just rebooted Steam and it's fine now. But that was interesting. Somebody did a DDoS attack on Steam in just one certain area. East Coast only. I don't think it saves my run, which kind of sucks because that run was going very well. It was a pretty strong run for Clairvoyant. Oh, it did save it. Okay, that's good. So... let's see where it saved it. Oh wow. Yeah, well then it definitely, I'm on like on the east coast of the US, so I don't know what caused the Steam issue then. It didn't affect everybody, it looks like, because other people kept playing without any problems, it looks. I just clicked into a couple other streams really quick. Okay, where did it end at? Oh, it ended right where I was at. I used my pot and everything. It saved everything. That's really good. I've never actually crashed out of a game, so it saves it in an amazing spot. I was exactly where I was. I didn't even have to do another action. Alright, he's gaining shield every 2 casts I do. So I should try to kill him in 2 casts or less. Which kind of sucks because I need to move my globe a little bit. But maybe it'll be okay. Yeah, I can still kill him. I can kill both of them. He'll attack me. Maybe I can kill him with my... Yeah, I did take a little bit of damage from Blight Bomb, but no big deal. Wow, it gave me all blues. I don't need the HP. You know, the physical power only helps on telekinesis, which I don't damage with, so we'll take the shielding. Just means we gain 2 shield per turn as long as we keep the pulsar belt. It's nice. Don't take as much little chip damage. Urbanizing Whistle is really nice. You get cooldown reduction when you use a physical magic, back and forth basically. I do have 2 physicals because of Shield Wall, but I'm not casting Shield Wall very often, only when I need it. So I think Gossamer's Dream is just a little better. It's 2 magic power and then +2 every turn that I don't take damage. So you can get a lot of magic power from this sometimes. But yeah, even if you don't get the extra magic power, it's still strong. 20% extra damage. I don't really want any of these, so I'll just take the cooldown reduction. I'm trying not to use Spirit Bomb with its full charge anyway, so... Alright. I have 250, so I will get another binding. I want to get my Telekinesis and Aura Surge filled with auras and just strong augments. Full cost discount's okay. Storing 2 HP is okay. Really want Hex Aura. I think I'm gonna re-roll this, try to get Hexing Aura. I can take the full cost discount there and then re-roll this one. Try to get Hexing Aura, or I get the full cost discount on Telekinesis instead. This is fine. I'll just take full cost discounts on both of them. This gives me a lot more options. It's like 2 extra willpower each turn that they're up. So it works well. And we'll get the extra glyphs. It's a hard fight for rare augment. We're pretty strong right now. And we still have 2 pots, so we're in really good shape. Alright. I forgot about Gunk Filled, but thankfully I wasn't near that. He's got a magic thing up this turn, so... I'm not gonna cast very many abilities. Just the ones I'll get back from cooldown, basically. I'll save my crits. Yeah, this is good. Take 0 damage. And then I'll have all crits up for next turn, basically. And he won't have the magic shell. He'll have the physical shell, so... Let's try to move it and hit as many of these as I can. Now we'll kind of move it over here. I guess we'll ignore him for now. I was really hoping oh, it will kill him. And then he'll die to spikes. But I am going to take 4 damage. It's no big deal, though. Just grab this and then start to move. The Gunk Field stuff is making this a little interesting. So 4 more spawning, probably bats. Yeah. Like my Jinx will take out 2 immediately, right? But yeah. We lost 5 HP, but we didn't have to use a pot. Get a bunch more glyph globes for re-rolling. Pretty strong. We could take the crit damage. We're getting a good amount of crit. In the first turn, everything crits. Here's Heal Aura. So this gives us another aura for our Aura Surge. And we heal while we're in the aura. If we have full charge, we heal for 2 instead of 1. So this build would be a lot better co-op and then taking like 2 support abilities, but I think this works fine for solo too. Alright, and we got the binding ascension we wanted, the astrokinesis. So we gain extra shield and deal damage when we have full charge, and it doesn't remove our charge, so this is the build I was trying to do last night and the game wouldn't let me. So it's the same potion I have. I'd rather have the barrier potion. Do we take the stats or the... Let's take the vestige. I think we get a higher level one here. Instead of a green, we should get a blue at least. So we're gonna start to replace some of the lower level ones. Yeah, we got a blue. Physical power is not bad now because of our aurakinesis. Astrokinesis. But I think I can win combats a lot of times within 5 turns. So I'll take the extra healing and ability power. If I can win within 5 turns. I'm doing a hard fight now though. I don't know if I can win that in 5 turns. Oh, we could try. I still think it was kind of the best item. There's only like 2 fights left, so maybe not. Definitely not winning the boss fight in 2 turns. Yeah, maybe I should have thought about that longer. Oh yeah, so every... You won't be able to see all this if you just started, but every single class has 3 different ascensions and then 8 different augments for every ability they have. And that's the same for the general abilities you pick up as well. So there's a ton of different builds. So just on Magma Miner alone, he's got 3 different things on his normal bonk. One of them's magic, but the other 2 are physical. So you can go a magic build on him with burn, or you can go physical builds. Same thing here. A magic comet adds burn, or you have 2 physicals. And then down on his last ability too. He's got 2 physicals that have different things they do, different damages and different things they do, and then he's got a burn one too, where this one detonate deals 68 damage plus 68 for every single stack of burn. So, and then the builds change based on what general bindings you pick as well, you know, from the first 2 picks you have. So there are tons of builds and tons of different possibilities. I've done a lot of different ones, so this is one that was a request from a YouTube guy who wanted to see a clairvoyant build with mainly auras and then the astrokinesis without using spirit bomb to blow up your psionic charge, because most of clairvoyant's builds are really strong damage if you get a good spirit bomb ascension, but in this case I'm going to try to do it by moving my ball around and just using aura surge and then finishing them off with Jinx, because Jinx is a high magic damage spell. So I thought it was an interesting, almost like challenge build. But I think it's strong enough that, not even a challenge. This is going to be tough though. This is 2 big guys. The bats I'm not really worried about, but the 2 big guys also aren't in range of each other. I think I'll start by killing the bats and doing damage to this one. So I want to build up my charge. So I've got 2 of my psionic charge. I need 3 for this ball to start doing damage. So this is a good time to cast my spirit bomb, so it won't take my psionic charge. After I cast it this time, I won't be able to cast it again. So I'm taking no damage. I'm healing for 1. I don't know why. Oh, because of my heal aura on my ball. So yeah, it's a really good turn. I should be able to kill him next turn with Jinx. Another one spawned though. But he's doing the AoE and he's maybe in range. Okay, so I can't kill him yet with that. Let's do this first. Should be moving towards my globe while I do this. Okay, now I can kill him with Jinx. We'll kill both of them. 1190 crit. We'll kind of move it over here. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to kill that. We can try. So I knew the smite would kill him. Okay, we can kill him. Probably because I got a crit on it. So yeah, we're in really good shape. We have 4 spawning. Everything off cooldown but Jinx. I can use my cooldown pot and get Jinx next turn if I need it. Okay, 4 more spawning after that. I'm holding shift. They're gonna improve the camera UI they've talked about. But yeah, sometimes I have to hold shift just to kind of see the battlefield. See if I'm damaging and if I'm in the radius and all of that, basically. I don't know if I can kill him this turn. It's pretty strong, but I might need to get a crit on it. I can kill him if I just move it into him. I guess we do that. Move it into these 2 or 3. Yeah, pretty strong. 4 or 5 more spawning, it's probably bats. But just moving the globe does so much damage now. So yeah, just my 1 and 2 abilities are strong enough to kind of clear almost everything. I use my Jinx on the big guys, but... So we got 1 ability power and 6 heal there. But this still probably wasn't a good choice because I don't have enough fights left to really stack it up. We could take the physical power now because of the astrokinesis. Death Skip is nice. It's just some extra HP and 2 ability power. The other one's just a little bit weaker for what I'm doing. I guess we'll take the physical power. It only helps astrokinesis, but that's fine. I'll save my rerolls for the last. We could take discounted Jinx or the heal. I don't feel like we need the heal. Discounted Jinx is fine. Now we have our legendary vestige. So let's see. This is very nice. Extra willpower is exactly what we need to kind of pop off on our turns. So I gain 1 extra willpower for everything that's on cooldown, so I want to use everything on and put it all on cooldown, so I get an extra 4 willpower each turn. Astrokinesis can't go on cooldown, but this definitely can. So do we replace the belt or the crit on first turn? I think we get rid of the belt to start with. Go to the shop. You need 400 for a legendary vestige, so I won't spend any here if I don't see a legendary. And I don't. You see a guaranteed legendary on the last shop, so after this boss and then 1 other fight, we'll get to the last shop. All right. It's a pretty good mix of stats. I might as well start with my Spirit Bomb. It's gonna kill everything. It's gonna drop a bunch of gunk, but I should be able to grab my orb still, and then kind of just move back to the boss. My idea. Looks Looks like there's one little tiny spot I can stand maybe. Yeah, right here. So nothing's blinking under me, so I know I won't take any damage when I do this. And then we'll just kind of go through a movement and shocking ability. If you move the ball into you, you gain a shield. So kind of do that. I don't think I can move it again. I do want to cast my shield, so I have more willpower next turn. And then we'll just use this as well, just to take 0 damage. Just so I can get Fountain of Creation, 2 extra willpower next turn. So we're going to start off with our Spirit Bomb again, we don't want to use our Psionic Charge, so this way we kill everything, we put it on cooldown, and it's actually kind of annoying having the -1 cooldown on it now, but oh well. Alright, we're 1 away from the full charge. I'm just going to move it into me. I'm actually going to Jinx him too, just to get the extra willpower. I'm gaining 1 shield if you see. I'm taking 3 damage now instead of the 6. Just from moving my ball onto me, I'm gaining an extra shield. Take a little bit of damage, but I also heal from my aura, so... Alright, now it's going to be full charged. I think I'm just going to let these orbs expire. We have the full charge now. We'll be doing extra damage every time we move the ball. We should be able to phase him here. Yeah. So we phase him, we heal for 2. And then maybe we move our way over there for the orb. I could have probably saved 1 movement just to put myself over there. Oh, that sucks. So I killed a bunch of guys, so I might as well just move here now just to pop off on... Get away from all the ink and get my globes. But yeah. I'm basically just spamming this for the damage and the extra armor when I need it, but you can see I'm already healing again because of my heal aura. Since the aura is empowered, I heal for 2 instead of 1. It means my damage aura does double damage as well, my hazard aura. So they're all doing like 110. So 110, 36... That was the physical spikes, though. The little guy is going to put ink under me, which kind of sucks. Might as well cast this. Jinx. Make sure I'm not in any pools while I'm doing this. But the closer I get to him, the easier it is to kind of just spam my 1. Alright, there we go. So taking 2 damage, but we're at pretty high life total. It looks like we're lower on life, but it's just because we're gaining so much max life from this. We've already gained 14 max health. So our max health goes up to 64. I'm trying to stay as healthy as possible to full heal. I'm going to grab the globe and move. He's dead no matter what I do this turn. So I'm going to try to kill the little guy, but take no damage. We'll do this. Yeah, so killing the little guy gives me another max health, right? So I could sit there and farm little guys for a while, but... It's not really worth it. Alright, so let's just do the extra damage. So instead of 260 plus 60, it's 300 plus 100 for every stack of dread. So it's just a lot stronger. I don't want Psionic Charge or that, but I don't think I have many options left because I have every binding full except for these two. But let's see what the other options are. 40 damage? Yeah, we'll take that. Do I want that over the Psionic Charge? Psionic Charge means I don't have to get the orbs as fast, but I think the 40 damage is just better. I'm missing an aura. I'm missing a hexing aura is what I'm missing. I can't get the will aura because that's a ascension, but... Alright, so 62 out of 66, not bad. We have enough for 2 rerolls and a legendary after this fight. So, one more fight, then the boss. Alright, sorry about that. He's got phasing, so he's gonna dodge the first ability I use. I'm just gonna move the ball just to break that. I did not break it. It's okay. That will break it, and we will pop this. I do want to use my shield. Take my orb. What do I want to put on cooldown? I can almost kill with Jinx here. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little damage here. Since he has the phasing, I just want to get him as low as possible because he does AoE attacks. So this one's doing the AoE this time. I just don't want to deal with the phasing. He is... I don't want to use my bomb anymore. It's best to just go through both of them. I do need to get away from the inky mess though. And then I need to get out of the AoE if I can. I guess I can't. If I kill him though, that stops the AoE, so. I still take 6 from the big guy over here. Maybe I can deal with that this turn. Be nice if they like lined up in a nice row for me to just send the ball through. I do want to try to stay in my ball and get out of the AoE. So I get the heal off. So yeah, this is pretty perfect. 2 health. I'm still in the aura. He's taking a little bit of damage. Should be able to kill them both next turn. Which means I will heal and get ability power. I think. But yeah. It makes extra willpower really big, having good damage on astrokinesis. I can re-roll 7 times, so I'll save that. Yeah, this is pretty much the only thing I can pick is this or the heal, so we'll just... Oh, I didn't mean to re-roll that. Well, we'll take this one. We'll take that one instead. It doesn't really matter what I pick there. Malform Tracing just gives us a lot more willpower each turn, which is perfect. Now I will get rid of the 3/3 crits. And with the legendary, I'll get rid of the unstable effigy most likely. So yeah, I did get 2 ability power from this. I'm up to 7. Maybe I get rid of the frostbite one instead? I don't know. I kind of like the free smite. We have so much damage. The free smite's pretty powerful. Alright, so we can reroll this 5 times. Let's try to get a legendary. We don't want to burn damage. Crit chance is nice, but I want at least a blue or a purple. I'd like a legendary. Nope, these are all green. This is blue. But we still have 2 rerolls. We could get a purple or a legendary. Okay, this is blue. I should technically take this. Yeah, I'll take this. Will I? No. Okay. We did worse, but we'll take the crit chance. It's fine. We threw out our free crit for everything on the first turn, so we're up to 17%, I think. Alright, last shop. We can reroll twice, or we can buy the health and reroll once. So let's see. I don't want the burn. So we're definitely rerolling once. Byron's okay. He's just a free buff. Either willpower, ability power, or shielding. I like the other one a little bit more. Who do we take Byron for? Even though this is green and this is gray, I just like the magic power and the free smite more than the frostbite stacks. I will buy the heal. Don't think we need it, but I wonder if we can ignore the mechanics on this guy if we have enough damage. Probably not, because a lot of our damage comes from killing units. But we're gonna have so much willpower. See what Byron tells us. Byron will give us a little words of encouragement. False time. What did he say? Tell me, what do you call a book with no words and only pictures? A photosynthesis. Alright, well, his jokes aren't the greatest. What buff did he give us for that? 5 shielding? That's probably the worst one, but it's okay. I'd rather have got the ability power or the willpower. But, you know, it's okay. It's okay, Byron. You gave me the worst joke and the worst buff. I think there's a safe spot behind him. I guess this is the only really safe spot, but I kind of like to look at the safe spots beforehand just in case. So we're just going to kind of damage them a little. Put things on cooldown. And then move here, I guess. Take 0 damage. Heal up for 1. Wait for next turn. I do like damaging the hands just because it makes them weak. So their normal attacks go down a lot. I'm gonna start moving to my globes and beating up the ads. Alright, we don't have full charge yet, so we can use this again. Now that we have full charge, we want to not use our spirit bomb again if we can. Like he's already hitting the boss, so I'm just going to work on these 2 guys. I have a lot of willpower. I could be doing this more efficiently and making sure I'm hitting both and myself at all times. But I think we're good. Anyway, see, we're healing again. Oh, we're at 69 health too. About to go up though. I think we're strong enough to ignore the mechanics, but I'm going to do at least the first phase of them. You want to turn the hands into the boss. So I would really just kind of like move here, damage this hand. He didn't turn. Maybe he doesn't like this ability. He turned. Put this on cooldown so I get extra willpower. And then just wait here. The boss will fall down because both hands ran into him. And then you can just DPS him down. I want to put that on cooldown for the willpower at least. I think he moves over here always, so I'll just kind of set up over here. Maybe I'll try to ignore his mechanics this time. I'll kind of start off and see. Ignoring the mechanics means I don't knock the hands into him, and he just takes 80%, like he reduces 80% of the damage I do. But sometimes you have so much damage it doesn't matter. I don't think I have so much damage that I could probably ignore it because I have a lot of max health too, but we'll just kind of do the half measure where we're still kind of working on everything at the same time. That way, we're pretty close. We're pretty close to being able to ignore all the mechanics, but yeah, you still have to be careful because look, I'm taking 51 damage right here. Like, normally you only have 50 max HP. So if you don't pay attention to this fight, you can still get, you know, clapped really hard. He's turned in over here. I can't kill that guy in time, so. I think I just kind of keep doing what I'm doing. I'm in a safe-ish zone. I could move all the way over here, but I'm fine with taking 4 damage. I just want to do a little bit more damage here. My Jinx still isn't charged up enough because the other enemies aren't dying. Okay, he's turned into the boss. I'll just do the mechanics just to kind of speed up the fight a little too. And up here is probably, yeah, where I take 0. So all I should have to do is move down here and cast this, turn him into the boss, grab my orb. He comes over here after, so I'm just gonna set up over here and so now he'll be over here. And I'll be by my globe, put this on cooldown. And yeah, now we can just burn him. So we'll do the I mean, these guys are kind of in range, so let's... Take 1 damage. I could have taken 0 if I kept hitting myself, but to get the extra shield, but it's okay. We're not gonna have as much willpower because we didn't have everything off cooldown there. Finish him off with our Bewitch, our strong Jinx. It didn't have a crit, so it only hit for 2,000, but pretty easy. Didn't even use our Spirit Bomb in the last fight, except for the very first turn. So, Astrokinesis and then the Aura Surge. And we were missing... Can't get the Aura, the Will Aura, with Astrokinesis, because that's a different Ascension. But I was missing the Hex Aura, which is actually the strongest aura, because it gives me 30% extra magic damage. And we still, you know, blew up everything. So yeah, super strong even without Spirit Bomb. You get the Bright Ascensions going and a little bit of extra willpower. The big thing was the extra willpower, so I could spam the damage on the Astrokinesis. Thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed it.